All right, so it is 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I am starting my Asian session now with gold. As you can see here, let's make the screen larger. As you can see here, gold is on the daily, and as you can see, we have been pushing creative support right here around these key levels, around that 4,330 level, and it's just been pushing ever since. So I am pretty much bullish until we take out those highs up here. If we take a look at the 4 hour, the 4 hour has been bullish as well. So I am looking still for buys, but also I am open for sales to fill these wicks if we break this low here. But I think we are just making a bottom wick to continue to push higher, but we have to take a look on the lower time frame to take a better look. So we take a look at on the 1 hour, we're kind of stuck here in this range here a little bit. So we got a range right here, and we got some resistance right here. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. We're already feeling this wick right here, which probably was a nice, yeah, which this was a nice, we had price here. Didn't really give us a setup unless it gave it on the 15. Not really. So this is me trapping price for that wick fill. That's why I was open to both buys and sales, because we could get something like this where we created a support but it broke through, but it didn't give us a confirmation because it has to close below these levels. So this right here closing below this level, if we get a retracement and then a strong resistance forms somewhat like this, and then I will be open to sales. But it looks like that play is already played itself out. Well, if you would have drew it here, price would have closed below. Yeah, so right now that is all I can see. So we just have to wait and see what price wants to do. We have resistance here, and we have some support here. More like it's gonna tap that and then make its way on up. So if it creates a strong support down here, something like this, and gives me an opportunity to get in, then I'll get in on the 30-minute, or even if it gives me something on the 15, I'll take that. So stay tuned, and we'll right now that is how I have price trap right here. Yeah, we're gonna go here. Yep, so price is trapped there. All right, all right, so it looks like we are breaking through these 4 hour lows right here. So if we continue to keep going, then I can see us filling this wick here, but we want to kind of wait until we see some kind of closure or some kind of structure formed on the 1 hour, 30-minute or something, because it has been ranging in here, broke out, gave us a fake out. To me, that's a fake out. It pushed a little bit, didn't want to really push all the way, but now it's starting to pull down and reject a little bit. So you gotta kind of wait and see. Probably coming to fill this wick here, but I need some kind of structure to give me insight on what to do next. So right now I'm just gonna stay patient, stay disciplined, wait until I see my setup, and just stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. I need some kind of support, I need closures, I need wicks, I need all of that to be able to follow through with my plan. So all right, so gold has pushed. It has pushed over, let's see how many pips has this. It has pushed 200 pips. So I'm gonna have to reevaluate and analyze. So taking a look at it on the daily, as I zoomed in and I saw we have no top wick on that daily, so that daily could show us that price is gonna send to reject, and it's right before the day of ADP too. ADP news comes out technically tomorrow for me, but today, and so just be mindful of that. Then we have this 4 hour that has started to break lows, so we're seeing it break lows, which is good. And then there's 1 hour is in a complete range. It has been ranging and finally has broken through that range. And if we take a look, we have, Yeah, it's just the beginning of that 1 hour. So that 1 hour has already traveled all the way down here. So it's breaking through breaking through that consolidation. But keep in mind, we are still in the beginning of the 1 hour, so we could get a pullback into this consolidation zone, something kind of like this, where it traveled and pulled back into that consolidation zone. We got 30-minute. The 30-minute is breaking lows, didn't give us an entry, didn't really give us anything. And then the 15-minute has finally closed out of the zone. So I'm going to say it is no bueno for the sales because it has already traveled 200 pips. But I'm looking for some kind of pullback to be able to trade and get a buy. This is my no trade zone right here, that 77 between here, just because this area is very indecisive. I need it for it to close either below, and then we look for sales, or close above, and then we look for buys for the pullback, especially off of that 200 pip drop, and then going back into the zone. So this is what I'm looking at right now when it comes to gold. So I'll keep you guys updated and let you know what we take. Alright, so just wanted to show the 30-minute closer did close above the range, so we're now entering that no trade zone. So we're waiting for a price to give us something so we can get whether it's a closure below and then a retest, and then we can take it further, or it pushing, rejecting out of this zone and then giving us a pullback counter trend trade. So that's what we're looking at. Alright, so we are still pushing. We need to wait until the 1 hour closes. That's just going to give us a better indication of where price wants to go, whether it wants to, because in these last 10 minutes it can reject out of this and close above here, and so we just have to be patient and wait. Looking at the 30-minute, nothing is really giving us a playbook setup. We need some closures below this line here, this 77, or closes above the 85. Alright, so we have officially closed below that range, but I am kind of not enticed to take any sales down here, just because how much we've traveled and we haven't gotten a real pullback. Pullback is just a simple correction going in the opposite direction to go further. So we had something similar on the 15, but it wasn't strong enough for me to say yes, that's a pullback. If we would have got something, another candle pushing up and then creating a resistance here, then that would be nice for a sale. So that's what I'm looking for, something like that, to where it pulls back and we can get these sales to go lower. So we're just being patient. That 1 hour is probably more likely going to close outside of this range. So we just have to be patient and wait for a setup, wait for a pullback, and just be patient. Stay to the plan, stay to the plan, and trust the plan. So yeah. Wow, so we just had this 1 hour to close, and it literally closed and wick this bottom, literally filled the wick, like I said earlier. Once it broke through here, did a small retracement on that 15, as you see here, and just literally closed straight through those 4 hour lows. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of hesitate here, especially since we have a key level right here. I wouldn't be surprised if we hesitate here and then continue to push on up, to push higher. But we have to see how this 4 hour closes, because if this 4 hour closes bears like this, then we could possibly just continue down, continue breaking these lows, filling this wick and filling that gap. So just being patient and waiting for the setup to present itself. Alright, so it looks like we are starting to range in this no trade zone here between that 485 and that 477. So we are waiting and waiting patiently for a breakout or a closure. We had a closure here, but like I said, I did not want to take those sales, and this is the reason why. Because we were already overextended and we needed some kind of pullback. And once what we do, we broke the lows, getting sellers in, and it pulled back, probably stopping all these sellers out because they had their stop losses above here. So now we need some kind of structure to farm. I am looking for, yeah, I'm just looking for up, down, up, and then a resistance to drop. So that's where I'm looking. All right, so we possibly have a trade forming. We have a strong support here that has formed, but what I need is a lower wick, because when you think about candles move just like a trend will move. It has a higher high and a higher low, or a lower high and a lower low. So every 15 minute has every 30 or 15 minute has a higher high and a higher low. As you see here, a low, a high, and a drop on the 15, but on the 13 you see this low and then a high and then a drop. And so that is why I need a lower wick right here on this 30, because we need to see that candle break that low to activate sellers, and then re-break that high to get those buyers in. So until we get a lower wick, I'm not getting in. If not, we can always wait to see what price does at this level here. We're reaching a level of resistance as well. So one thing we don't want to see is it rejecting like it is now and starting to push down. But what I do want to see is a breakthrough. So we just have to wait and see what price wants to do. Yeah, patience is key on this one. It's looking like a no trade day for Asian, but we'll see. And just looking at this, I looked left to get right. So one thing I like to do is I like to look left and get right. I look at left to find levels where price can probably react to, or kind of show some kind of resistance or support to. So this level here is sticking out to me after we broke through this 85 level here. We just broke through the 85 level, and so we have this resistance here on the 15, and also on the 30 we have this area that lines up perfectly on the 30. This resistance, the support area that shows some reaction to it, and then on the 15. So we are looking at this area. If it shows some kind of resistance and wants to reject, then we'll follow continuation of the trend down with an onion play showing a strong resistance, something similar to something like this, taking a sell off of that break of the low. And if not, we will break through, close above, then we can get in on some buys, something similar to like this here, break of the high and continue up to take out that high. And so that's what I'm looking at right now. All right, so we are 15 minutes from my 4-hour closure, and it is looking good for buys above. But I don't like trading the last 15 minutes of a 4 hour. So I'm gonna wait until this 4 hour closes, which will be 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And yeah, because it could just shoot back down, because if we take a look at this 4 hour, this is what the 4 hour looks like straight wicks, wick, and it can just shoot right back down these last 15 minutes. So yeah, because I don't think a play is going to give me anything in the time that I want, because I can see this probably taking this wick out and then just shooting down, filling that wick up. So we just had to be patient. I'll get this until 9:30, 10:30 Eastern time, and then I'll call it a session. All right, so this 15 minute is getting ready to close in 4 minutes, and it is still rejecting out of here. So that 4 hour is closing above. So I think back in that range, remember that range I was talking about. So back in this range, and we got 30 minute coming back into this range. So So if it closes above, then we possibly can take some buys, but it might also, I don't know, we just have to wait and see what price wants to do. All right, so we might have a play on gold, but it's not giving too much that we can do. We just need to see a resistance, since now that the 4 hour is closing bearish. We'll get probably a push up, since the 4 hour did close bearish, and so probably see price respect somewhere around here to push up and to start making that top wick for that 4 hour. So like here, just having the top wick and the bottom wick, top wick, just healthy. So you probably get something like this. Yeah, the buys are kind of tough because the 4 hour is more of the direction, and the last 4 hour did close bearish. So we want to see some kind of resistance shown, and see some kind of resistance around the 91 observation, and then we can probably take sales to fill this wick and continue down. Because I did think about taking this sell because it closed below this range here, but the 4 hour needs to make its top wick. So all it needs to do right now, since it just opened, to fake these traders out is to swipe these lows to get the traders activated and push a little bit and just take us clean out and come back up to this 991. All right, so I think I'm gonna call this session because price is not giving me anything that I possibly would need, and we have ADP news and NFP later this week, so this could be the reason why price is stalling. We had a big move at the beginning of the Asian session, but it was no possible setup, so this is gonna be it. But this is a win. We didn't lose any funds, and we are disciplined to the plan, staying true to the process and the trading plan. So yeah, this is it. So day 2 of trading in 2026, and no trades were taken. So